Welcome back. I've just played the first 4 Women's History Month bots, the new ones on chess.com, and I'm about to play the 5th one. I've won 4 in a row, and I've just played 4 chess games in a row, so my brain might be a little tired. I might be a little tired of sitting in one spot, and I'm about to face the highest rated bot there is. Mary Jackson, 1200, is the one that I just beat. If you haven't seen the other videos, I played Jane Goodall, I played Hedy Lamarr, Ada Lovelace, and Mary Jackson. So from 700 up through 1200, 2 from the United Kingdom and 2 from the United States. And the next one is Malala? You tell me. I'm going to say Malala because L-A-L-A is Lala in my language. So Malala Yousafzai, something like that, is rated 1500. The flag says international, but the description says Pakistani. So Malala Yousafzai, sorry if that's wrong, I apologize, I'm doing my best, is a Pakistani human rights activist known for championing girls' education. In 2014, she became the youngest person to receive a Nobel Prize. All right, I remember reading the news stories about Malala when a lot of that began happening. I'll say she's braver than I would have been in that situation. I've only ever beaten one 1500 rated bot, so I'm not going into this game with a ton of confidence. I believe one of the holiday bots, the reindeer, was the only 1500 rated bot I've ever beaten. But I am going to do my best. I'm going to look for bot blunders or mistakes. Oh, I got the white pieces. Okay. Yeah, Nobel Peace Prize has nothing to do with chess, lady. Sorry, I was just responding to her chat up there, which I usually ignore. Okay, we're again going to get the Queen's Gambit. Is she going to accept the Queen's Gambit? No. All right, the Queen's Gambit declined. I know that this aims to put the bishop out here. Play knight to f3. Okay, that's now the Slav defense triangle system. It's also, isn't that also the semi-Slav? I thought the semi-Slav was the one with the 3 out there. Maybe it's the semi-Slav after this knight is played. I don't know. I'm going to get the light squared bishop out, intending to castle. Okay, the bishop did not come over here to check, but it is aiming over here. So I will have to keep that in mind, that there is a bishop aiming at my h-pawn. I can force it back, but it would only be temporary. Right now, if I play c5, this bishop will have to move back one of 2 places. But then I'll do something on the next move, like get my bishop out here in order to castle, but then they can just play b6, threatening that pawn. So I don't know if that's a good idea. It seems like when I've done that in games before, the game review or game report, whatever, counted that as inaccurate or as a mistake. So I'm not sure. Should I get this other knight out? I think if I get the other knight out, then that just invites the bishop to come over here. So I'm going to play it. I don't understand why that's a mistake or how that's a mistake. Okay, it did move back there. And again, I assume we're looking at one of these 2 moves very soon. I'm going to get the light squared bishop out and see if their bishop comes over here to check. It did not. If it had, I was going to block with my bishop. Okay, I'm going to castle, even though I know that their bishop is aiming down here. My knight is currently guarding h2, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Also, I think, can't I just play b4 now? Let's play b4, see what happens. Where's that going? Oh, that's defending this square, isn't it? Against, they're planning to play b6, I guess. Should I get this knight out here or here? And where should I put my queen? Or should I just go ahead and play a4 or h4? A lot of times the computer says I should just play h4 out of the blue. I don't know. I'm going to put my queen here, lining up these 2 pieces in case that front knight ever moves. It did not. But whenever that knight moves, then I have this aiming down here. I do know if I don't take this now, they're going to fork my 2 pieces. But if I take it now, bishop takes, aiming at this rook that's undefended. Maybe their knight would take first, and then I would take with my knight. Then they would take with their bishop, aiming at the rook. And I would have to put this knight in here, blocking that, so then I could move the rook. But that keeps me from getting pawn forked, doesn't it? Or could I just take that now with the knight? I guess I could just take it with the knight. Does it matter? Oh, no, I should have taken with the pawn first. Oh, yeah, now they're aiming after this bishop. Oh, but I don't have to worry about their bishop hitting my rook. But they are aiming at that bishop. And, oh, and they also have a nice outpost square coming for their knight right here. Well, I can do that, I guess. I know you shouldn't trade for a undeveloped piece, but I'm going to. Otherwise, I messed up. I mean, I think I messed up anyway, but you know what I mean. Okay, well, let's put this here, aiming at both of those knights. All right. Let's see. If I take that one, the queen takes back, and then they're aiming at my rook, so I'd have to move my knight out. We just put this in. No, then they take my bishop. Well, I can just put my bishop right here, can't I? That's not bad, I think. I think that's not bad. Okay. That pawn's undefended. Can I get to it? Not easily. Would they trade off for that? Because their knight's in a good spot right now. I don't know if they would trade off for that. If they did not, no, I still can't get to that pawn. Okay. I think I would trade off for their knight if they're happy to do it. They're just going over there. All right. And when I move here, then they're going to put it in there. So why don't I come over one and see if they go back, I'll take it. Oh, they saw that I was lining up over there. Okay. Wait. What if I go all the way down with my bishop right now? Then what do? Oh, then they play this pawn forward, blocking my queen's path. Okay, never mind. I was thinking I could mate right there on on G7, but no, they would block with the pawn. Okay. But that, guess I could just trade for that right now. But then they'll put their knight back in here. Okay. Oh no, they won't put that knight back in there because that spot's not defended anymore. Nice. Okay, well then, oh, I don't want to do that. I'm positive that I don't want to do that. Okay. What about here? No, then they go there and fork me. Okay. I'm going to go to C1. No. My thinking to go to C1 was that I would then be aiming over here, but I'm not because I can't move that E-pawn. The E-pawn's in the way. And if I threaten their queen, what happens? They threaten mine, but then I would just move my queen here. I assume if I did that, they would just move their queen. I kind of like the bishop where it is. It keeps the queens and the rooks from coming in. But again, they're about to put their knight on B5, probably threatening that bishop. So I think I should come over here. No, again, they fork me. What? I guess I have to go to C1 so that when they put the knight there, I can draw the bishop back. That is so frustrating because, yeah, if I go here, they can threaten the queen again. No. Oh my goodness, that knight's undefended. You saw that, right? Oh my, you saw how long it took me to see that. Wow. I am highly embarrassed right now. Highly. I'm going to get out of the way of that pawn so I can push it forward when the time comes. And I'm a piece ahead. Okay. That doesn't look great, does it? Can I go here and threaten the rook? Then where does the rook move? I don't know. Then I can come back and threaten the queen. You know what? Should I move this rook over and get ready to threaten the queen this way? How about that? See if the queen moves. It did not. Okay. I'm going to go here and threaten that rook, and when it moves, I'm going to take their queen. Or when the queen moves, I'll take the rook, I think. Hopefully that's not really bad. I just got a piece, right? They're not threatening anything here. I just win an exchange, and now I'm up a rook. Now I just have to be careful with being up a rook. Should I put this rook right here, where they cannot dislodge it? Well, yes, they can. They will go here. But if they take the pawn, then I would take back. Okay, I like that. And then I'm going to take full control of the d file. They're going to try to push through here? Okay. Oh, and aiming at that pawn. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. Okay. I'm going to go here and then try to pin their queen to their king. Oh, they moved their king. Well, that was disappointing. What if I play here and then I can win the pawn when they move their queen? Because I have my rooks doubled. Or they're gonna move the queen there. Oh, I'm just gonna take their queen for I'm gonna trade off our queens, and then I have two rooks. Very nice. I'm gonna take this pawn and try to get my other rook down there on the 7th, which I almost never get to do. Oh, well, I'll take that one first and then get my other rook down on the 7th. Actually, I'm just gonna put it here and start chopping off these pawns, I think. That one? Where's that? Oh, well, good for you. Let's go back here and then take another one of those pawns. like that one. And then one of these pawns. Wait, am I about to beat a 1500 rated bot? I'm not worried about that because they don't have any pieces left. So I'm going to take this pawn, let them take mine. Oh, they didn't. Well, then I'll take this one. And then, okay, they're blocking that pawn. So let's put this rook here so they can't come any further. And then I'll just advance one of these pawns until, well, they got out of the way of that one, but they're still close enough to capture it. So I'm just going to take my next pawn and advance that until I can checkmate. Oh, bye-bye. I guess I could have ignored that. Doesn't matter, does it? Then the only problem here is, okay, now they can't catch this pawn, but the other one's already closer, so let them take on a3, and then I will make this into a queen. And then I will check over here. We want to check as much as possible because if we don't check, we could run into situations where they don't have a legal move, and I do not want to be in that situation. Like, for example, if I were to come down here, would they have a legal move? Yes, they actually would. And then we'd be getting really close to a checkmate. Let's just go ahead and do that. I think this is going to be a fast road to mate because that's their only legal move. And I can check here. Protected by the rook. They have to go up to b3. Then I'll bring the rook down. Oh no, I forgot about that one. Okay. See, if I come here, do they have a legal move? Yes. They would still be able to go to a2. Okay, let's do that. They have to go to a2. This is check, and then this will be made. That's the second 1500 rated bot I've beaten. It took me 52 moves. I don't know where the bot went wrong exactly. I'm trying to remember. At one point I realized I was ahead. Save game, click game review. The reason I always click save game is because otherwise when you play against the computer, if you don't click save game or run an analysis, when you go back to your archive, the game's gone. It just disappeared. But I always like to include the links to the games in the descriptions of these videos, as well as have it in my archive so I can go back and check it later. I had no mistakes. No mistakes and blunders. 2 inaccuracies, but oh my. Good for me. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really elated right now because not only is it only the second time I've ever beaten a 1500 rated bot, but I didn't have any mistakes because I think the last time that I beat a 1500 rated bot, which again was the reindeer bot, I had a few mistakes in that game, but then the bot kept making mistakes to give me the advantage back. Here it says the bot had 1 mistake and 1 blunder, which that is hidden behind my camera view, but you can see it right there. Okay. But you can see on the chart that we were fairly even. That must have been one of my inaccuracies right there, which gave the bot a little bit of an advantage, but it gave it back +1 plus, okay, now we're down to right around 0.4. So right around there someplace is where the bot gave me the advantage. I had noticed that their knight was taking up an outpost square, and it says we're very close to even here. Switch to the analysis tab. I should have played bishop to d4. Whoops, that's not d4. That's d4. Wait, that is what I played. Okay. And then they should have played knight to e4. Oh, 2 knights on an outpost. Wait, if they had done that, I just would have played f3, I think. But then I don't know. I don't know what they would have done. Moved it back after I played f3? No, it says they would have put it there. But anyway, now it's now decided queen to e7 is their best move right now. And then I would play a4. But instead, the bot played h6. Did I play my best move here? One of them. Knight to d2 is among my 3 best moves, and that's what I played. Okay. But I'm still ahead here. And, okay, they should have taken me. See, I didn't know if they were going to or not, because that was a nice outpost square for the knight. But the problem was if they don't take me, and they leave their knight there, and I take them, that would have doubled their pawn structure, and I would have had a better pawn structure at that point. So they should have taken my knight, and I still would have had a slight advantage. But instead, they moved it out there. Oh, wow. Only one move takes advantage of that blunder, and I found it. Then they should have played knight to h5 and given me that knight. Oh, but wait, why wouldn't this knight go back here? Oh, because both knights are hanging. Okay, this is where I messed up in my brain. I eventually found it, but my brain had a clog here. Right here, I was threatening both knights. That's why that queen move was a great move. Because not only does it threaten this knight, if that knight gets out, then I get that one. That's why that was a blunder, and that's why the queen move was a great move. But they moved that knight out of danger, but if I took this knight here, they would get this one. So was it best for me to take theirs? Yes. Only move that takes advantage of that. And I found it. And now the stockfish can't tell which one of those is best. They're very close to each other. Okay, it's decided on that, which the bot did, and it took me way too long to find this move. But wait, rook a to d1 is just as good. I'm surprised by that. But you remember here, I struggled, and I was talking about what to do, and I was worried about the knight forking my queen and bishop and all this stuff, but then wait, the knight's just free. Oh my. Well, I'm so glad that I eventually found that. I waited. I followed my own advice, and I waited, and I looked, and I waited, trying to find the best move. I didn't want to play an inadequate move. I didn't want to play a move that just kind of shuffled the pieces around. Okay. And waiting is what helped me eventually find the obvious move. I know, to all of you it was obvious. You were probably screaming, why didn't you take the knight? But I did find it, so. Well, I beat all 5 of these, which makes me feel good. I also like the fact that chess.com went out of its way to make Women's History Month bots, and they found 5 of them. I assume for the ones that are still living, they have to get that person's permission to use their likeness and their name. I don't know. I assume that's how that works. And the ones that are dead, I assume they didn't have to ask them, but maybe they have to ask their estate. So there was, they had to go through some hoops there, I assume. So good for them. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. And I think I did too. We'll see you next time.